let me teach y'all something. All right, because y'all sleeping on this game for real. I'm gonna be honest. It looks like it was bumping once upon a time. Maybe the devs made some changes. Maybe they didn't. However, that's okay, because I'm here to play it. I'm here to play it and enjoy it in all of its semi-mindless entertainment, because that's the type of games we like out here. This is absolutely insane. So this is a last stand? This is like the final mission for Zone 1, survive as long as possible. Yeah, that'll do it. With escalating difficulty. Alright, let's get into it. But first, a message from our sponsors. Rouge I. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I ain't got no sponsors. However, I didn't do an intro, so let's run through an intro real quick. YouTube, howdy, hello, or wherever you're watching this from. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, give it some love. Thumbs down, give it some hate. Either way, we don't gatekeep shenanigans around here. Maybe even think about subscribing to the channel. It's free, and we love free, baby. Stay humble. Let's get into this. All right, so last stand. So name of the game is Deadzone Rogue. If you're watching this on YouTube, that should be very apparent. It's 99.9% of the time in the title. If it's not, AI lied to me. I've been playing this on my personal time for a little while. Normally, I'll do Apex and I'll do Helldivers. However, I love giving the algorithm a little bit of a twist. All right, so we're finishing the last little bit of normal, and the plan from now is to slowly progress and channel up the hard chain to then unlock Nightmare and all the other remaining difficulties. I like to think I'm somewhat inept to be able to do it, so let's do it. I've never played this, so I don't know what this entails. I don't know what I can or can't do. 400 points off rip to start with something. 150 allows me to swap out of this. The pistol's not entirely too bad, to be honest. Rate of fire is 17. I feel like it would behoove me to like go with equipment. How about we go with this? All right. I could regret that, maybe. Okay. All right, that's what we're working with. Is there any type of defenses or anything of the sorts? No, does not appear so. All right, so let's just do this thing. You're a telltale sign of what's to come, huh? Maybe in a zombies fashion? Yeah, we're good. We can do the, hold on. We might be able to cook this up a little bit like zombies. Maybe. Is this a primary? It's a secondary. We're gonna keep rocking with this for now. Yeah, we got that. What? Oh, I didn't even notice. That is buns. This is technically... Alright, you know what? Let's play with it. Because you know what we probably could do for real? Hear me out. Y'all aren't ready. Y'all aren't ready. Oh, that's what I thought. And we're up to speed. Alright, let's keep going. Oh. Ouch, bastard. That burned. Take a move. Alright. Two behind. Am I stuck in this zone? Oh, I am. I didn't even know. Excuse me, boys. I didn't notice I was stuck here. Sorry. Any cover is good cover, baby. Sit down, meaty man. Okay. Yeah, I could tell. This is about to become work real fast. Damage resistance, proc chance, elemental proc damage. Okay, damage resistance. I think the name of the game here is, in fact, defense. So let's see what we got. So, don't get too much. Let's just roll right into the next piece and see what happens. Okay, we got a few on the back here. Those are still good. All right, cooking. We're cooking. Sit them down. All right. We got fireflies. Okay. Something's back here. All right. Yeah, it takes a little bit more damage than that. That's fair. Firefly. Go this way. Remember, we got a love tap about every second or so. One in here somewhere. Okay, fireflies. Where are you at? Perfect. 25% weak point damage, proc damage, 100% stagger chance when dealing new elemental damage type to debuffed enemies. We're going to prey on the weak point damage there and get semi-brumatic. Make sure we don't miss the opportunity to grab pieces of equipment we may or may not possess. Common damage, level bonus, plus 20 damage. Okay. Got 329 this time. Uncommon. This is a void piece. I'm not big into void. I don't think it's my play style, but normally if we grab it, we can roll the affixes, because I think slowly but surely we're gonna want better stuff. We will fix and pray. Okay, I can kind of work with lightning damage as well, actually. All right, let's take a look. Okay, behind one. Okay, no, actually, as that procs, that'll take care of that. Perfect. Reload. Check. Grab anything and everything. Check. Kind of playing this corner here. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Okay, oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Boop. Peekaboo. We call that maneuvering, pimp. Maneuvering. You gotta fucking do the motherfucking dash, baby. We'd love to hear it. We'd love to hear it. Heal orbs for 100% more. Killing enemies restores 5% of missing health. I think once again the name of the game here is going to be longevity. 261. We're gonna go ahead and get started on the next one. Gotta watch about how fast certain dots are moving. Yeah, see? Stuff like that. They close the gap in fast. Okay. By a few bodies. That reload speed might become of a concern real fast. Not too worried. Just yet. Look at that. I wish we would, like, rotate weapons a little faster. I mean, I guess it's kind of fast, honestly. That just maybe I was doing it too much. Peekaboo. Alright, make sure we check out weaponry of the swords. Level 3, level 3. That's a void. That's more lightning. Kind of plays into what we already got. 3-3, max health, max shields. Let's get the shields going up just a little bit. See what our item. Shields recharge faster as you get closer to death. 20% fire rate. I never understand the 40% damage from your first bullet. Why would I specifically want one bullet to do 40% more damage? I don't know. The firing rate makes sense if only... Shields recharge faster as you get closer to death. I feel like I might bank on that just a hair more. 450, we got grenades. Eventually we're gonna have to reroll that. Can we upgrade the quality? We can. Okay, it does have combustion on it. We can take that up a notch. Take that up a notch. Take that up a notch. Right. Okay, so I mean the pistol does delete this trash. Oh, I can kind of play back here for real. Peekaboo works. Oh shit! Did we just develop a solution for you boys? Come get shanked, baby. Peekaboo, hold that. That'll take care of you. Don't you worry. Peekaboo. That'll take care of you too, I see. Who's back here? Get away, pretty man. Well, don't run. You were just figuring things out together. There we go. Gear. I think we dropped some gear back here as well. Note the kunai kind of played its role there. That flame proc on the back half, I think, is a major fucking W. Maybe we should work on neutering that a little bit, huh? All right, lightning, 30% lightning damage. Let's go. So we're gonna commit to the damage. We're gonna commit. Make sure we didn't miss whatever pieces of equipment. If anything in the future, all right. Maybe we try to save. Because it looks like if I can get that to proc when I do it, they become least of a problem. So I handle that problem there. Alright. Alright. Peace. because it's a AoE burst, so that's how I got homeboy behind me, in case anybody was wondering about that. For all 2 of you that are gonna watch this, 100% accurate, makes sense. Sit down. Where we at? Oop, too soon. Bye, Junior. All right, what kind of grenade are we working with? The grenade is a little bit outdated. I think at any point, any grenade is a better grenade, and that's an even better grenade. All right, we're cooking. I don't know how long this goes on for, by the way. Grenades mark enemies increasing damage taken by 50% for 5 seconds. 20% to crit damage. 50% damage to each enemy for each elemental debuff applied. I'm running 1, so maybe the crit damage kind of pertains. 514. Get this brought up to speed. Max all what? Max all weapon levels, max all armor levels, like to what I can get. I'm with that. Can we upgrade quality here? Nope. Fix on that is fine. Actually, that debuff with if I run with a fire grenade on a different level makes a lot of sense. My only concern is like positioning. One, because eventually right there, they'll become different problems for sure. And then every 1 second. So we gotta kind of time that in relation to. Good boys. Okay. Making sure we're keeping relative motion on the beehives here. Hey, bro. Why are you hiding there? Where you at? See you later, Stinky. Any of them drop anything? 3, 4, 2.1 point, but I get +2 to shields. We'll just have to upgrade that and walk it upward. Yeah, we got something in place for that one. It looks like there's something that dropped over here off in the corner. Valid enough. And then I can come to the side. It's another helmet. Alright, max shields, same stat. Alright, the other one we'll just kind of have to upgrade. This is what? This is a rare. +15 max health, +15, 3. Other way around. We can upgrade this one, in fact. I'd probably go with a companion on this one. Last stand. That seems accurate. And then we're gonna try to take. We're gonna bring the helmet up 1 level. Can this go up an additional quality? It could. I don't know if that's really ever worth it. Consecutive shots deals 5% more damage. All right. So now we got a companion, and then now we should be able to kind of go up that companion tree. All right. So obviously over time, the big point to this build is making sure we're keeping the melee just as leveled as everything else. Right. Don't know what that is, but it sounds like a real problem. Oh, yeah, it's somewhat of a problem. Switching weapons is always an option too. Always an option. What's that? Howdy, boys. Always nice to see you guys. Because then what we'll want to get next is the affix to that allows my bots to have that as well. The elemental affixes. That'll be a big play there. All right, this is level 3. That's a simple level up. This is level 5. It's a Kyro grenade. But I think the name of the game should be kind of like a burnout. Yeah, there we go. Ignite, lifesteal. Lifesteal might be a big brain stat that we have there. 30% weak point damage to enemies with an elemental debuff. That's fair. 30% damage to enemies under 50% health. That seems like a safer overall in case we find ourselves in a predicament. That won't allow us to cover our butts. And we really got to start reviewing our melee just a little bit. Perfect. Okay, hold on. I don't know if this spot was like designed intentionally with this in mind, but this takes very good care of that run. Okay. Maybe worse. See, now that debuff is adding all the way up. Peekaboo. And it was just a wave of just that. How beautiful. Alright, up, +1, and then they receive my elemental damage. I think that's a relatively sturdy route and ideal plan. This is out of upgrade quality. That's unfortunate. Max all weapon quality for 410 or for 235, probably because there's only a few more that have that option, which is, it looks like what, maybe just that one. Alright, max all weapon levels, keep those current. Max all armor levels, keep those current. Alright, let's party. Part 2. I'm assuming just like depending on how far we're like capable of getting. There we go. Yeah, now we're playing the game, boys. Now we're playing the fucking game. Sit down. Yeah, bro, this game is slept on. Because I mean, like, really, the only objective is just like you learning how to like survive. Oh, you're no good. I knew I was here somewhere. And look, the bots are capable. Now it's an escalating difficulty, so at some point, obviously, the point is to fail. Obviously, not designed to win all the way through. But I like to think, I wonder if there's some point where it's like, okay, like this is it. 20% damage resistance from enemies beyond 10 meters. I like that. That's a plus. Unfortunately, I think we are slowly but surely coming to the end life of our pieces of equipment here. Gonna try to keep everything current, but maybe we start racking stuff up, and like this melee weapon probably would have been a good hit. Oh, nope, don't do that. That's close, see? Maybe make those two different buttons of the sword. I don't want to give them a chance to pile up if they plan to come here and pile up. There we go. That works out so well. I don't know if that was intentionally designed that way, but it's definitely entertaining. And then the bots make like a nice little gateway. So maybe we found a loophole, boys. Maybe we got a little bit of a loophole going on over here. So this is cryo damage. It does have the ability to have its affixes reload. So that's not too bad. Lightning, right? So increase the lightning damage, proc chance to chain lightning and lightning bolt. And that chain lightning is the important piece there. Rapid fire bot or powerful bot, 50% health, 35 damage, 50% health damage, and then we get an increase to fire rate. Both of them either way give us +1. And I think I'm going to start putting a little bit more faith in the bots there, one. And then now for our melee weapon, I'm going to see if I can get lucky to pull. Yeah, I can live with that. That's a functional pull there in my opinion. All right, attempt number 2. All right. Kind of let them pile on. Right, because remember, falling is not a part of the plan, by the way. I'm sorry, my weapon was not shooting, so that was minorly concerning. There we go. Let's look at something over here. Oh, you friend. Well, it's been a little minute. I was wondering how long it was going to take before we got a real fucking problem item. Yeah, real problem item. This is probably where I like to have some like sort of Cairo, Freezy McGee stuff. You know, the ice cold shiz. You like that stuff here. So it's a pistol. It has some affixed rerolls on it. It's a pistol. It's got shatter. Shatter hits the true punch spread reduction of the bullet. Right, that's real. This one has flame damage as a primary. Magazine size is 40. What is it? This is a shotgun. I think that's the LMG. Grenade. Maybe we attempt. Is that a secondary? All right, we're gonna retry the affixed rerolls on that. 5% reload speed per kill. I like that. Okay. So we're going to attempt. Boom. I can live with that for that one. Even better, I can live with that one. All right. Can we do... Does this one have a quality pull on it? It does not have a quality pull. Unfortunately, that means eventually we might have to step out from under this weapon. This one does have the ability to roll purple, and that's fine, but we're gonna see. The problem will be when they start putting the big guys like behind us on that balcony. I need for them at this point. Oh, them to like stagger, kind of pull up right here just a little bit. Oh, remember, getting stuck behind him is never a part of the plan. All right. So that takes care of the hordes there. What are you doing up here, friendo? You're not supposed to be up here. Good aim, friend. Good aim. However, bad place to stand, baby. Bad place to stand. Level 7, same thing, 525 health plus elemental damage. And this gives me 0.8 second grenade cooldown reduction. And I'm going to take that because my grenade is kind of a big help there. Rod shields life, shields improvement. At this point, we're looking for ideal stats. Less health or a little bit more armor, I think, is ideal because you can regen that. This is a secondary weapon, but at the same time, I mean, this is literally like... I might give this a try next round, actually. Alright. Alright, so now we have some perks to benefit our elemental option. So shock now increases crit chance. Okay. And has 50% chance to stagger critical hits on shock targets amid a static pulse, dealing 20% damage over 6 meters. In this particular instance, AoE is the name of our friend. The other one did look solid, but it kind of took the same approach of crit damage. So we're going to see how this goes. So it looks like we have one big target, if I'm reading that correctly. That was the spider too. That hurts. Gotta watch out. That leap is absurdly dangerous. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can take my real estate back. Okay, or not. That's unfortunate. Alright. Got one other thing behind me. Gotta move, boys. Grab that all the way down, just because I'm over here. See, and this is the nice thing about the companions. It's gonna prioritize that. It does get rather stuck. What's... take care of whatever it is. My man doesn't have a clue where he wants to go. Bots are doing exactly what they're designed to do. Burst damage. Super helpful there. Crazy. I never knew that that's what that looked like. Alright. Nope, because we can just level up past that. Now we got movement speed, critical hit, and max shields. I think this one was my other one with the life steal. No, something else I had gave me life steal. Max health, 21 to 22, 14 elemental, 13 crit damage, and max shields. Take that. Yep, and I already gauged those 2 pieces of equipment there. Okay, 50% magazine capacity, 20% damage while airborne. Holding the jump button while airborne slows your descent. 20% chest stagger when hitting weak points. Like everything goes up? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Alright, now let's see what we got in here. So I can purchase health, so over time that'll become a good call. Unfortunately, I can bring the quality up in that. And then we can hit max all. Not much else I can do there. And then we can just buy our health up a little bit. Wow. Doesn't have to be perfect, I don't think. Alright, attempt number 2. What wave is this? 16. I like to think we should be able to get to 30. Let's see what we can do here. I don't think I've ever seen one of these, and that does not look user-friendly at all. And, well, it tried its best. So that's a hearty start. Peekaboo. Alright, gonna watch just in case that decides to come behind. As long as we hit criticals, I don't think we have too much of a problem, and I guess we're gonna watch for the melee damage is working out quite well, I like to think. Peekaboo. That's a painful girl right there. What is that? Upgraded pistol? I haven't really been using my secondaries, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, 50% mental health went at full health. Overhealing grants, alright. And then we got our last bot perk there. Make sure we pick up our scrap. Alright, I think we're kind of chilling there. Let's go see what we're working with over here. Might as well give it an opportunity. So this has shatter. Okay, it's kind of like a drum. Has the option to be turned into legendary, but so does this one. I'm not using this one, like, anyway. Though I'm sure my time will come, for sure. Grenades are both chilling at about the same point. Item quality may not be upgraded further at this fabricator. Okay, and it looks like we haven't unlocked the level to get there anyway, so I feel like we have a long way coming. Alright, cognizant of that. And whatever that is, I do not want it to clear. Oh, it does, it just has a little fix on it. That I didn't think about. Like, do they have, like, weaknesses? Like, do they... Where's he at? Where's the other one? Okay, hold on. Locking in, locking in, locking in, locking in, locking in, locking in. Mainly just looking out for their orbs. Making sure I stepped away from my previous position. It seems like the easiest thing to take care of them is melee. I don't know if that's entirely... They've come locked in at a very good standing point. What's that? Okay, watch out for that behind you. I'm talking. My man is absolutely eating this. Okay. Fire. Fire is the way to go. Noted. Noted, noted, noted. I feel like that did way more. When I hit the critical spot there. The freaking noggin. Slap buddy in the fucking dome. Here, friend, I'm not trying to get stuck over there. So now we're applying multiple defaults, which is entirely... Ouch. How was that? Not on the agenda, friend. Neither was you running. Hey! Leave it to the bots to do the Lord's work. Elemental damage... I don't think I saw too many other pieces of gear out there. Let's keep going. 60% damage to enemies with an elemental debuff. 35% damage to melee enemies. I like the Salt Shaker idea, I really do, but like I'd be meleeing the mess out of those smaller creatures. 60% weak point damage to enemies with an elemental debuff. You guys might hate me, but like in my brain, because they get so close, that seems like my biggest problem. Okay. Let's do this. They're pulling up. They're pulling up. I wish they would like come faster. Yeah. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. We're built different. We're built different. We are all the way built different. Let's sit down, meaty. Sit down, meaty. Sit down, meaty. I see you. I see you. Take a little bit of that, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of that. Yeah, this is working. Demented, my boy. Demented. And it only kinda cost me life. Oh my god, can you imagine if I got the hit off that? Life hits have a heal you for right? I gotta attempt to get the affix roll off of that. Round fired. Nah, that's not working out for this set. That's not working out for this set. Unfortunately, not working out for this set. And this is a shotgun. Sorry, boys, just not fitting the bill. What is up with the shotguns, dude? The shotguns are crazy. All right, come on. Yeah! An elite pull, baby. An elite pull. Oof. And it's just unfortunate that the only other options we're really working with. Like, I don't... It's the reloading aspect is my issue. It's the issue of having to reload. Right? Like, here it's like consistent damage unless that 10 could apply. Can I not level this up to 10? So that's a piece of 10. Item level cannot be upgraded further at this fabricator. Fabricator max level is 8, and that's why, because my fabricator's not capable of going that high yet. But for the name of the stats, as we go by, I like to think that shouldn't become a problem. So, I'm gonna attempt to go without it. We're gonna take our last lightning perk here, and I'm going to regret leaving all those down where they are, but I feel like I could probably benefit from that lathe. Oh no, hold on. The axe was a bigger part of that than I thought. The axe was a bigger part of that than I thought. That or he's just beefier than I expected. I don't recall them being how much have I got on top of this? Maybe small mistake? Maybe? Oh, we're fucking up the frames. I shouldn't have dropped down. Dropping down is never the name of the game. Bots are down, bots are down, bots are down. I think this is it, boys. I think this is it. Trying to keep him behind me. Trying to keep him. No. Oh, no. Really? Wait, was there only one more? Or was that like, it just would have kept going and it would have shown me one? And how does this work? I mean, yeah, we're gonna equip it. Okay. Round 19 for last stand. I wonder how that works in the higher tier difficulties, honestly. Hey man, that was a good hardy run, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, this game is pretty solid. Hold on.
Wish me luck, Planty.
Wish me, I'm saying big time. And maybe that's what it was. I didn't give Planty any love right there at the end, and that's fine. However, that was a quick little run through of Deadzone Rogue. Right? So they created a game way back when. I can't recall the name of the game now. It didn't really work out for them. And that's fine. And then they recreated the game in all of the same space and made it a roguelike game for FPS. Think Doom, not on steroids. I think this is one of the games that you could pick up when you're a little bit tilted from your other games. And maybe you're just tired of dealing with it and you want to kick back and just be able to kill things. You know, that TDM mindset where it's just kind of you versus everything going on in your environment. I think this game is good for that. I think this game has a good sense of direction in terms of what it's aiming to do. I see that they still are kind of updating the game, and that's okay. I don't know what endgame looks like because I'm not fully through there yet. However, come along for the ride, we'll see. And remember, the only way the algorithm knows that this is bumping on the channel and that these are things people want to see is if you engage with it, like it, throw a comment down there, subscribe to the channel. All these things are free. We love free. And if you made it to this part of the video, thank you for stopping by. I'm the most inconsistent content creator you're probably ever going to meet, and that's what makes this whole ride a ride. Take care.